Ski season's here, finally, and if you're looking for a way to carry your skis and snowboards to the mountain, then stick around and watch this video. Hi, it's Scott from White River Overland. I'm inside the showroom of our sister company, Gravirax, here in Aspen, Colorado. Today, I'm going to share with you nearly 30 years of selling, installing, and using ski and snowboard racks to get my gear to and from the mountain. Whether it's on your Overland vehicle or your daily driver, you're going to want to stick around because the last one's a new option you haven't seen before. The most common way of carrying ski and snowboard equipment is on a roof-mounted ski and snowboard rack. Let's take a look at some of our options. These are designed to mount to a factory-installed crossbar or an aftermarket crossbar, but generally they have to have something that's going side to side on the vehicle to work appropriately. Let's just take a look at this one example right here. This is a Kuat Grip 4. And if this round bar here emulates a crossbar that's going side to side on your vehicle, this wing unit will attach right to it. This unit has universal mounting hardware, so it'll attach to virtually any type of crossbar that's on the car. And these are generally going to come in a small or a 4 ski carrier or a large, which is up to a 6 ski carrier. As technology's changed in the ski industry, so have racks. Racks have evolved quite a bit. There are different ways to mount now. Again, everything needs to have a crossbar going side to side, but some of these racks will now incorporate the T-channel. This is a European standard where you see a channel on top. And in this case, we're able to take the mounting hardware and move it from this larger sort of clunkier universal hardware to something a little bit more polished and refined that's integrated into the rack itself. Generally, ski racks have also advanced with some features, like this particular Kuat has a super easy open and close mechanism. It's got a limiter so that it doesn't fly up and over the top of the car. Material inside is a super soft rubber, and this is just going to mold to your skis and keep some friction on them while they're in there. And then one of the great features is just this little flick lock here, and I'm able to slide the ski and snowboard rack out towards the edge of the car to get to the pair of skis that's at the back. Another feature that I really think is great is this is such a low profile finish, but when it's loaded up with gear, this elbow in the back will hinge up. So it'll articulate in order to accommodate the larger gear. On a side note, if you're a fisherman in the summer, people will also look for a way to carry a rod. This rack here, the Kuat rack, will handle a rod. I'd be careful with it on the ferrules, but this will handle a rod. It's a little bit softer. And then lastly, I'll take you through, this is the Kuat Switch. This is a great rack. It's at a great price point as well. Opens and closes just like everything else. But then if you're not using it and you want to have it on the car, you can gain some aerodynamic points by tilting it down to the side. So it's super useful, on the weekends, but then Monday through Friday, you can tilt it down and keep your gas mileage up. There are pros and cons with everything, and carrying your skis on the roof has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. Let's talk specifically about an open roof ski rack. Yes, your skis are exposed to the elements outside. My experience has taught me that the back of the car is a much dirtier place than the roof of the car. If you leave your skis outside in the rack overnight, they can rust. The edges will rust. If you're not diligent enough about taking them out or drying them off, you'll develop that type of rust. Generally, you can get into a roof ski rack at the lowest price point, especially if your car is equipped with a crossbar going side to side already, and I can't stress that enough. Another question I hear is, will the roof ski rack make wind noise? And I don't generally hear that type of complaint, and I haven't experienced it myself. A lot of that is vehicle dependent. What we have found for people that are driving and have experienced wind noise is it generally has something to do with the initial crossbar system, either where it's installed or a lot of times on these Euro channel crossbars, people will be missing the rubber strip on the insert, and that's so important to have that. One of the newer methods of carrying skis in the market is the Gravirax. And these rear-mounted hitch racks really spawned in the Roaring Fork Valley. And this particular iteration is a new generation that accommodates more vehicles. And I'm going to take you through why this type of rack, and this one in particular, satisfies a niche in this market that should not be overlooked. So the Gravirax is a hitch-mounted ski and snowboard carrier that fits into a 2-inch receiver. It is EPDM plastic. It's like hockey boards. And it's wrapped in a steel frame. This particular product has been designed and engineered so that it can fit a wide variety of vehicles with a 2-inch receiver and still allow access to the back of the car. And I'm going to show you a little bit of how that works over here. When we look at the rack from the stinger, which is this component that goes into the receiver hitch, as you can see, there's a couple of extra mounting holes here. This will allow us to accommodate different depths of hitches. We can gain a deeper install, or we can bring it out a little bit. We try to find a happy medium for that. And then also the basket itself is allowed to be moved left and right of center. And this is also reversible so that this can mount either to the passenger side or to the driver's side. The function of the rack is quite simple. It comes with a 5/8 inch hitch pin. In our case, we had an anti-wobble locking hitch pin that takes any of the play out of the rack itself. And then also it allows the mast of the rack to tilt down. Once we just remove this pin, now this piece will tilt out of the way. This pin is on a leash, and I can now access the back of my SUV. So the biggest benefit of the Gravirax is the ease of loading and unloading. This is a great rack for carpooling, picking up kids after ski school, short trips to the mountain, lots of other use cases, which I'll get into shortly. But loading and unloading skis is quite simple. We do tips down. And just drop the tips into the tubes, and they can just sit naturally and move naturally in the car. You can add a bungee if you want, but they will just ride naturally in the vehicle. Snowboard's the same way. This is a snowboard attachment. It's an accessory. We can fit up to 2 here. And then snowboards, we'll take this old K2 Fat Bob and slide it in, and then I can just strap it in with a bungee here. We find this rack is great for local families, people with up to a 30 to 40 mile trip to the ski hill, especially closer. People that may have a garage that can't handle a roof ski rack, people that may be vertically challenged on a taller SUV that don't want to be climbing up and down to get their skis in and out. Hotels, lodges, and other shuttle companies will find that this rack is a great option. And it comes in a 4 ski carrier, it comes in a 6 ski carrier, and then for larger commercial applications, it comes in a 10 ski carrier. Gravirax is actually a local company here in the Roaring Fork Valley. It was started a few years ago. There was a product being made locally on very small batch basis. It was sort of the first introduction of this style of rack. These guys took it up a level and did a lot of research. We helped with a lot of this research. Certainly through the market segment that we had so much experience with, but also this particular This particular segment of the rack industry, the rear-mounted ski and snowboard, is it doesn't get a whole lot of attention. It's kind of a subset of overall winter sports carrying, and so there hasn't really ever been a revolutionary product until this product came along and disrupted, the typical roof ski rack and roof cargo box segments. If you're looking for maximum capacity, weather resistance, and year-round versatility, the cargo box could be the solution for you. This is a great way to carry family gear up on the roof of any vehicle. And these have come so far in the years that I've been working with them, which dates back to like 2000, essentially. Materials have changed, mounting hardware has changed, mounting versatility has changed, shape, aerodynamics have come into play, use of space have all been factored in. Lots of engineering into the latch mechanisms for ease of use and for versatility from all four seasons. When it comes to picking a cargo box for the roof, generally we're finding people that need to carry more stuff. We can get 4 to 6 pairs of skis in a box with poles, some extra luggage. These boxes are versatile, not just in the winter, but in the summer. They're great for carrying soft-sided luggage, duffel bags, camping gear. And that's where the cargo box comes in really handy. Everything stays enclosed. Cargo boxes are very secure. They're very difficult to break into. And you can leave stuff in there through any weather type of pattern. So if you're driving rain or snow, you can keep stuff in there just fine and it'll do just fine. In our store, we focus primarily on the Thule cargo boxes. On the display here, we have the Thule Motion series box. These are the Motion 3. The most popular sizes for us are the extra large and the extra, extra large. Largely because that's the size we need to be able to carry skis that can get up into 185, 190 centimeters. And then, of course, Nordic skis go longer, so we don't want to leave the Nordic folks out. Those skis can run into the 200 centimeter length. But choosing the length of the box has to be complementary to the roof of the car. The latest and newest addition to carrying skis and snowboards on your overlanding vehicle or even your daily driver is the aluminum cargo case from Intrepid Camp Gear. Let's take a look inside. A box like this could be used for a wide variety of things, not just ski and snowboard equipment, of course, but seasonally, Intrepid has come up with a dedicated ski carrier that'll keep 2 pairs of skis and poles organized inside. And those mount to these interior tracks that run along the interior rail. And coupled with the ski carrier, which can just pull out if you wanted it to, is this hard binder, which creates a lashing point for these straps. And these, of course, can be moved up and down. This rubber mat is great at softening any impacts inside and keeping stuff dry. There's also a drain hole underneath it, so you can drain out moisture, whether it's from ski and snowboard equipment, fishing gear, hunting gear, whatever it is. So the lid being all Velcro, there's a wide range of accessories like this interior lid organizer that can mount just anywhere you want inside on the lid. Now, whether you mount this horizontally or vertically is up to you. We have it displayed in our store so that it's mounted vertically. And if you have a van, like with an Owl Van's B2 carrier or Sherpa carrier or something similar, this could be a great way to carry a couple sets of skis on the back. You could probably fit 2 pair of alpine skis here and a couple pair of Nordic skis. Getting in 4 pair of big alpine skis may be difficult in this carrier. For those of you that have a platform style roof rack on your rig, like a Prinsu Front Runner, a Sherpa rack, of course, or something similar, the Intrepid ITX cargo cases will complement that roof rack. And with some special mounting brackets, you can integrate those flush into the aluminum extrusion that you have on the crossbars on your roof rack. The ITX 190 is 88.5 inches long, 20 inches wide, and 9.3 inches high. On the interior, we lose about 3.5 inches for hinges and the composite end caps. We get about 85 inches of front to back space, 18.5 inches interior, and about 8 inches tall. On the ITX 120, we're 55 inches long. We get about 51.5 inside, and again, the same 18 inches inside and 8 inches tall. Intrepid came to us. They're a company based in Boulder, and we always love to support Colorado-based companies, and they make some really great rooftop tents, but these ITX cases really caught my eye because I see them as a genre-specific way of carrying gear, and they're only manufacturer of something that carries something quite as long like this. Because this becomes a highly configurable roof rack solution, reach out to me at White River Overland if you need help configuring an ITX case on top of your Overland rig. Thanks so much for watching this video. It's been a pleasure sharing this information that I've accrued over the years. If you'd like to know more, reach out to us at Cracks and Racks at cracksandracks.com, and of course at White River Overland, whiteriveroverland.com. Thanks again.